Vibrational blessings and divine, harmonious, loving greetings to each and every one of you beautiful souls out there. We used to call it a confession, but I wouldn't call it a confession. I call it more of a observation, a statement. And this is a very important topic, as I'm going to get straight to the point, because I know that I have nature's gathering to do, and my wife will be here shortly. What I wanted to share about the statement that I wanted to share with everyone is, I hit my wife yesterday. And it's not even easy to talk about this because, men are afraid to talk about this subject, and that's why, and women, and that's why it continues to happen. But when I say I hit my wife yesterday, we need to really distill what I mean by that. Because hitting your wife doesn't necessarily mean you hit her physically. So many people, are abusing their relationships. First of all, they're abusing themselves, because that's where it comes from. If we distill it to the finest core, it's abuse of self. And we abuse our partners. And we don't realize how we abuse our partners. Blessings, Patty. Love you. And yesterday, I felt attacked. I felt like I had to defend myself. And I screamed at my wife. I almost lost my wife yesterday because, we really just... She couldn't believe the way that I talked to her, and I don't know where it came from. I guess I had deep-seated trauma where I felt betrayed all my life because I've been betrayed all my life. And I've been working through that. I've been working diligently on that. Sometimes I run from it. We're not going to sugarcoat it because it's easy to run from it. It's easy not to talk about things. It's easy to act like everything's okay. But being genuine is not acting like everything is okay. Being genuine takes courage. Being genuine takes a level of determination, a level of resilience that we must practice and we must really put into work. So like I said, I'm going to make this very short, and I'm going to be doing more videos on this because this needs to be talked about, because this is why domestic violence is increasing, because we are ignoring the fact that we abuse ourselves. When we abuse ourselves, we expect others to be the savior. Others to be the reason why I feel important. Others are the reason why I feel love. So, what happened yesterday is my wife said something that I didn't really agree with. But I don't have to agree with. I don't have to take it personal. She has a right to her own opinion. She has a right to whatever she wants to say. Whether it is true or not, she has a right. And our wives, our husbands, our partners, our family members, our community, whoever, has a right to say whatever they want. It's up to us how we interpret it. It's up to us in the relationship that we have with ourselves, how we're going to interpret it, how we're going to distill it, how we're going to ground it into our reality. Because it's not real for me unless I make it real. So when I felt like I was attacked, I got up and I yelled at my wife and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And my wife just shrunk. She was like, she couldn't believe I talked to her like that. And it hurt. And I basically said, "It's over. Because I don't want to do this to you. I didn't get into a partnership so I can take out all my, trauma and my abuse self on my partner, not just other people, but to take it out on my partner. I didn't sign up for that with her for that. I didn't sign up for her to be the reason why I can just purge and just vomit on her. She doesn't deserve that. Actually, nobody deserves that. But when I realized how bad she responded to this, I didn't realize how bad what I said was. Because that's what we forget. We don't realize how effective our thoughts are, Because just thinking about people, you're affecting them. But then they manifest because of that unresponsibility, that unaccountability, that immaturity, that we don't do that inner work. They come out as words. They come out as actions. They come out, and we judge people for beating their women. We judge women for beating their man. But we don't help themselves before it gets to before it escalates to that level. Because the way that we treat ourselves is the way that we're going to treat our partners. The way that we treat ourselves is the way we're going to treat our community. So this work is so important. And I cannot not stress it. I cannot say it enough that this is why I'm doing this video. Is because if you're in a partnership, if you're just with yourself, you don't even have to be with anybody. If you are treating yourself like your worst enemy, I can guarantee you're going to manifest and you're going to live a partnership that is going to match that. Because that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to bring that trauma. It's designed to bring that abuse. It's designed to bring that ugliness outside of us. Because we all want a greater life. We all want a greater reality. But very few are willing and able to courageously, consciously step into that. And we all have the ability. We all have the potential. We all have the capacity, the resilience, the courage, the determination, the gift, the desire, the love. We all have that. But we can't just talk about what's beautiful in the world and expect things to change. We got to talk about these subjects that are very uncomfortable. And that's why I'm doing this video. And it kind of wasn't easy. It's not easy to talk about this subject because the ego is afraid to be judged. The ego is afraid to be, contradicted, to be, oppressed, attacked. But you can't attack the soul. This is why I'm sharing this video. Because it's not about what you guys think about me. Because it's that fear of talking about it that is going to prevent others that are afraid to talk about it to step up within themselves. To look at the mirror and say, you know what? I love you just the way you are. Because then we start distilling and getting down to the depth of what we came to really manifest and live. And that's why I wrote, we all want to live the Vibrillionaire lifestyle. And what is the Vibrillionaire lifestyle? It's not manifesting the material wealth. It's not manifesting the people to like you. It's not manifesting, society to agree with you. It's not manifesting, because if you're crazy enough to change the world or transform the world, you are going to transform the world. And I'm crazy enough to transform the world because I'm crazy enough to transform myself. So again, we all want to live that Vibrillionaire lifestyle, but we're not willing to accept that we are rich right now because the programs do not allow us to believe that. The paradigms that we live in today, they don't remind us of that. So remember who you are, and don't wait for anyone to tell you how great you are. You tell yourself how great you are. And last but not least, I got this student that I was having a session with 2 or 3 weeks ago. He felt guilty because, he was manifesting so much greatness, and he goes, I'm the best. I'm the best. And he told me, I feel guilty when I say that. And sometimes I feel guilty because I don't practice a lot of the things that I say. But when I catch myself, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, that's why you're here, to remember. You can't remember everything. Baby steps. Baby step your way into enlightenment, which is divine remembrance. All enlightenment is remembering who you really are. And don't beat yourself up if you forget. Just catch yourself and remember. But he was telling me, I feel bad because I tell myself I'm the best. And I said, you are the best. And I want to leave you with this. Before I leave you with this, I want to remind you that this video was intended to stop abusing yourself, because you will stop abusing your partners. Stop criticizing yourself, because you will stop criticizing others. Stop being violent with yourself, because you're going to stop being violent with others. It's an inner job. It's an inner job. So that being said, like I said, I will do more videos on this. If you guys want to talk about things, please. Patty, thank you so much, because I mean, that conversation we had, I mean, it's just been transformational. She helped Ali and I, my wife and I, really to stop competing against ourselves. We were unconsciously competing against ourselves. So, because we were judging our perspectives. So thank you so much, Patty. I love you. Whoops. I love you. So back to that example of, he was saying that you know, he felt guilty because he's the best. I said, you are the best. Because each and every single one of you are the best versions of you right now. It's how much you're willing to distill that, how much you're willing to break that down, and not just focus on the beauty of life, but focus on the chaos, focus on the challenges, on the resistance, because challenges and resistance are here to shape us, are here to mold us, inform us, and remind us of who we are. So when I was telling him that, I said, I want to give you an example of a race. And I will go more into detail about this in another video, but imagine you're racing a race, because I remember I was in a race and I was in first place, and I'm running and I'm like way ahead of the game. And in my cockiness, which I didn't realize it, but I look back and I'm like, dang, look how far ahead of it I am. And I tripped. And when I tripped, I fell. And when I fell, I mean, I didn't really fall completely, but I fell and I rolled over and I stumbled and I got back up. Super fast reflexes. And that's, you know, because of my lifestyle that I lived, you know, a long time ago. I had to, you know, be on guard every single moment of every single day. So, that being said, when I got up, I came out in third place. And what that race really, like, laser focused, honed in on me, is I'm not racing against anybody else. See, if I wasn't racing against anybody else, I wouldn't have looked back. Because that's what we tend to do in life. We tend to look back and compare ourselves and to judge ourselves and criticize ourselves where we are compared to somebody else. That's not what we're here to do. That race was with me, because it was about getting a little bit faster, getting a little bit more stamina, getting a little bit more resilience, getting a little bit more stronger, getting a little bit more focused, get a little bit more laser-like focused, honed in, centered, like present and aware of my journey. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Patty, thank you for joining. Thank you for your love. Pao Soto Anaya, thank you. Jolene Gastelum, thank you. Blessings. Jolene Gastelum, thank you. Good morning. Good morning to both of you. And Patty. Jacqueline Paxton, thank you for joining us. Andre Mason, love you, brother. Love that question that you brought up. It really inspired me to really bring those videos out. So much more to come. And if you want to join me on a live, let's break it down, brother. Abby Morataya Pacheco. Abby, love you, Abby. Miss you, girl. Ronnie J. Baker, thank you, brother. Desiree Bird, she's the one that did our rings. And thank you so much, Desiree. Love you so much. And what a beautiful soul. And all you are beautiful souls. We're all beautiful. We're all brilliant. We're all divine. Let's remember together. And if you are having any challenges, any confusion, please look my wife and I up, because we are here to serve. We didn't live through all that chaos just to keep it to ourselves. We want to share the Vibrillionaires with all of you. So don't just 10x your life. Vibrillionaire your presence, because that is the focus of everything that Ali and I do, is to raise your presence, to illuminate your presence, to remember your presence. And therefore, when your presence is the number one priority, then everything else will come. Because your presence is beautiful. Don't forget. Remember. Blessings. Love you all. And I hope Ali doesn't get upset because she doesn't realize I did this video. But love, this needed to be talked about, because there's no reason why I should treat the person that loves me the most, that just has so much patience, so much love, so much compassion, so much peace. If you guys don't know who Ali is, Alice Sinoi. And I'm going to write her name down right here. If you guys don't know who she is, please don't rob yourself from that gift of getting to know such a beautiful soul that I have the privilege to honor, and the blessing and the gift, and what words can't even describe, of sharing, enjoying. And it's not all beautiful. I mean, we break things down and we get very ugly sometimes, meaning talking about subjects. But it's like, we need each other. So look her up, please. She's such a beautiful soul. Please, please, please look her up, because I wouldn't be where I am without her. But it's because I did that inner work that I manifested the love of my life. So you guys want the secret? It's be the transformation you wish to see the world. Be the love that you wish to see in the world. Be the life that you live to wish in the world. So, blessings. Thank you, Oscar, for joining us. If you want to go back to the beginning, this was a very uncomfortable subject, but we're going to come up with very more uncomfortable subjects because these things need to be talked about. So, much love. Blessings. Share this video and help someone